Yesterday we talked about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and today another movie has completely grabbed my attention. What if I told you one of the most exciting movies of 2026 is not a superhero film, it's not a sequel, and it's not based on a fantasy world. Instead, it's the story of an ordinary farmer who stood up to king and sparked one of the greatest rebellions in English history. The first official trailer for Uprising dropped on July 16th, and honestly, I wasn't expecting to be this impressed. Andrew Garfield looks absolutely phenomenal. He feels completely grounded in this role, and even from just a couple of minutes of footage, his performance already looks incredible. Every expression, every line delivery, every emotional beat, it reminds me why he is one of my favorite actor working today. And then you add Paul Greengrass directing brutal medieval warfare, stunning cinematography, and a true historical story. Yeah, this instantly become one of my most anticipated movie of the year. So today on SPD Senpai, we are breaking down everything we saw in the trailer and the detail you might have missed, and why I genuinely can't wait to watch The Uprising when it arrives in theater on September 11th, 2026. Let's jump right now. Hey everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I cover the biggest movies trailer breakdowns and everything happen in the world of film. Today we are talking about The Uprising, the brand new historical epic starring Andrew Garfield. This trailer only come out a few days ago, but it's already generated a lot of excitement, and after watching it I can definitely understand why. One of my favorite thing about this movie is that it's telling a real story. The uprising is inspired by peasants' revolt of 1381, one of the most significant rebellions in English history. Instead of following kings and famous generals, the movie focuses on Wat Tyler, an ordinary farmer who became the leader of thousands of people fighting back against the oppression, unfair taxation, and the tyranny of King Richard II. That perception alone makes this feel fresh. Most medieval films focus on royalty. This one is about the people, and I think that's exactly what makes the story so compelling. And Andrew Garfield is the perfect choice. Now, let's talk about the biggest reason I'm excited for this movie. Andrew Garfield. I always felt that he's one of the most versatile actor working today, or even his time as Spider-Man. He always brings something emotionally honest to every performance, and this trailer is no different. It doesn't look like a Hollywood action hero. He looks like someone who exhausted, someone who's grieving, someone who's been pushed to a breaking point. That's what makes his performance feel so believable. As the trailer goes on, you can actually see the transformation from a simple farmer into someone capable of leading an entire rebellion. And honestly, that's exactly the kind of role Andrew Garfield thrives in. Even from just 2 minutes of footage, his acting already looks absolute top tier. I genuinely cannot wait to see his full performance. Another huge reason this movie has my attention is the director. Paul Greengrass has always had a unique filmmaking style, whether it's Captain Phillips, United 93, and his films always feel grounded and immersive. You don't feel like you're watching actor on movie set, you feel like you're standing right there in the middle of chaos. That's exactly the vibe I get from this trailer. Nothing feels overly polished, everything looks dirty, cold, violent, and incredibly authentic. That's exactly how a medieval rebellion should look. The battle scenes look massive. Visually, this movie looks fantastic. The trailer gives you a glimpse of cavalry charges, villages burning, huge armies marching across open fields, and brutal hand-to-hand combat. But what impressed me most wasn't the scale, it was the realism. These aren't the superheroes. These are ordinary people fighting because they have no other choice. Every sword swing looks heavy, every battle looks desperate, and I think that's going to make the action much more impactful. One thing I noticed while watching the trailer is that this doesn't seem like it's trying to be just another action movie. Underneath all the battles, there are clearly about story, about power, about injustice, about ordinary people standing up against the system that's been exploiting them for years. Even though this story takes place over 6 centuries ago, those themes still feel surprisingly relevant today. That's what gives the movie emotional weight about action. Could this be one of the best historical movie of 2026? Obviously, it's still too early to say. We have only seen one trailer, but based on what we have seen so far, the cast look fantastic. The production value is impressive. Andrew Garfield already looks perfectly committed to the role, and Paul Greengrass seems like perfect director to tell this story. If movie can deliver same quality throughout its runtime, I think this could become one of the best historical dramas we have seen in years. Overall, I love this trailer. Andrew Garfield looks incredible, the cinematography is beautiful, the action feels grounded, the story already has me invested, and after watching the first look, The Uprising has officially become one of my favorite, most anticipated movie releasing this fall. I'm giving this trailer a strong 9 out of 10, and now all that's the left is waiting for September 11th to see whether the full movie lives up to the hype. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the trailer? Did Andrew Garfield win you over? And do you think The Uprising has the potential to become one of the best historical epics in the recent years? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more movie reviews and trailer, and I'll see you in next video because you are watching SPD Senpai.